Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the single player Let's Play series. So, it's basically been about an hour since the last recording session. Not a lot has changed, not a lot has happened, but we did get a book. A good book. We got it's Protection 4, and Sharpness 4, and Last Stand 2. I could care less about a lot of these things, but the Sharpness part I like. So let's see how to separate these different pieces. So we can take these two and literally throw them together. And as you can see, it will separate into... Oh, I guess it just does it automatically? Okay, cool. I thought it was going to use that book, but it didn't. Well, there you go. So now we have 3 enchanted books for the price of 1. There's not a whole lot of enchantments that I would like on my sword, shy of mending and experience boost, and maybe a couple others, but mostly mending, experience boost, and looting would be great, but I don't really know how easy that's going to be to get. So, I think we should look into a couple of ways that we can get ourselves, and you can see we're getting some fish now too. I want to look into a couple of ways that we can get ourselves enchanted books that don't involve random luck, because that never goes well, does it? We can try, we can see what we get, but looting too, not that great. And I forgot that I was still missing bookshelves, actually. Let me see if I can fix that up. We'll grab a couple of books. Let's see, that should get us 2 bookshelves, right? So we can just do this. And that should get us 28 levels? Really? Really? 28 levels. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I guess I want another bookshelf. Alright, well, what a butt. Looking to see if I have any planks that I can reuse. It doesn't look like I do. No worries. So, I'm looking at level 30 enchantments at this point because we do have our Tome of Knowledge here, which has quite a bit of experience in it now that we've kind of gone and mined up a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not so much worried about experience caps anymore. If we do this... 30? 30. Okay, so this still has looting 2. I'm actually intrigued by this offer. So I guess I will take it. Unless we happen to get a better offer for our pickaxe. Regardless, I definitely want to look into... yeah, that's not a great offer. Let's try this. Well, it's just looting 2, but that's okay. Like I said, there's the book, or we can do disenchanting now with our setup downstairs. So if we wanted to disenchant this, if we decided, you know what, looting 2 sucks, this is the worst. If I timed that properly, we could just take these 2, throw them together. This is not running like it should be. It might be out of power. These guys do take quite a bit of power. I'm not even getting any power. I'm completely out of power. What has happened? Well, let me figure out what's up with my power. Just a second. Ah, a tree grew in the way and has caused problems. My bad. So one of the things that you have to remember right now with the way the new immersive engineering mechanics work is that everything is awful and I don't like it. The wires are a lot more strict and they update, so if they get blocked later down the line after you've already put them down, then they will just stop working, which is what has happened. We have run out of power completely thanks to a tree growing. I don't like this. I mean, it makes sense kind of, but realistically, trees can grow around wires, and while it damages them in the long run, it will at least work. But whatever. I mean, I'm not going to get completely upset about it. There are configuration options to change some of it. I don't know if that is included in that list of options. But that'll do. That'll do. So now everything should be getting powered again. Let's try this again. Still not enough. And this guy, by the way, keeps getting activated because pressure plates, solid blocks, magic stuff. You guys know the logic. So I'm gonna wait until this guy has enough energy. I guess the enchantment lens takes a lot of energy, huh? I thought it was way less than that, but I guess not. Well, I just want to see what I can get on other stuff, so I might look at my other tools and see what I can get enchanted on them. Alright, so while I finished up a couple of last little things here and there, I've replaced most of my tools with steel variants, but I haven't gotten to my sword yet. So why don't we get to it? There's a few modifiers that I will be putting on this one again, just like last time. So we'll want to do the emerald modifier, we'll want to do a sword blade out of that. Now, there is a new modifier that uses necrotic bones from Tinker's Construct, which is very nice. I do want to use this. And I think I still want to go with the leather-based handle, though. So we can go ahead and do this guy. And this should have a combination that will definitely suit our fancies. So somewhere in here I have... wait, that was the wrong one. I wanted... sword blade and cross guard. So the cross guard. Oh, cross guard. Crud. Okay, well, gotta reconsider that. Cross guard is only going to work with a handful of materials, none of which I have selected. So that was poor planning. Definitely poor planning. Now, we can get cobalt, but I don't really know how we get to mining it necessarily. Let me hop over to the nether real quick. Hello, Enderman. I'll take a stab at you. Why not? Of course, it would be after I've already gotten my looting off of this sword, because I did want that on the new sword after all. Definitely picky. Oh well, we'll just go with a different material for the cross guard. But for the sword blade, we'll go with steel. I suppose we could just do steel for the cross guard too. It's not really a big deal. Now, this is where we get some interesting choices, though. We can go with a handful of cross guards for this. We can go with the... I think I'm going to go with the necrotic bone. The necrotic bone is, let's see, 3593, 7.5 attack damage. We'll put this in slot 6 so that I can swap between them. 3593, 7.5 attack damage. So nothing new here. Is there anything that can accelerate my attack speed? Let me check that out before I do anything with this, because it's steel and that's not always fun. Materials for adornments. This is going to... attack damage bonus, 2. I don't know how much quartz it'll need, though, so let's grab a bit. And let me go ahead and get another... Actually, I may already have one. I do. Excellent. Let's grab a crafting station. We'll put it on top, that way this guy doesn't try to read from it and vice versa. I want to see how this works. Oh, so I can only have one of these. Really? So I can only have either 8.5 attack damage, which I can also technically achieve from sharpness. What are my other options? Tools, materials, adornments. Already know about that. Ender biotite is higher enchantability. Okay. Now, attack damage bonus, slightly higher for that last one. So if I do this, that's 6.5, so that's 7.5. Okay, so these are all providing at least one. I guess I'm just kind of worried about, let's see, Dawnstone, crossguard made out of silver, handle wood, adornment prismarine. See, and I don't have the prismarine that it's going to want. Enchantability modifier. See, higher enchantability is nice. Maybe we do an ender pearl instead? Sorry, I'm just kind of weighing all my options. So this gives us... No, we would want to do this. So this looks good. And so, one of the things that is very nice that we have gotten through this process is the ability to now inflict other mobs with withering whenever we hit them. So now we can be total jerks, wither their day away, make them hate us, whatever they want to do to get over it. It's not going to work. So pretty cool stuff, just kind of an extra modifier. So, and it only works if you crit them. If you don't crit them, then it doesn't really count. But if you crit them, then it'll work, and definitely a nice little feature. A nice little perk of having this one. So we can put fortune on that in just a minute. I'm just kind of cleaning up the last of my things here. This guy should have enough power, I hope. Gosh, I hope. Been trying to disenchant my pick this whole time. That didn't work. Why not? Does this... Oh, this one is the one with the lens. I switched them around just a little bit. This still doesn't have enough? What the heck? We need to do a better job of getting power over here. I feel like our power is being restricted by the cables we use. The wires. So maybe we should check that out. Look into some better wiring as well. But that's going to require some steel. So why don't we start off getting more steel cooked up? I know I've been all over the place, and I apologize. I promise today's theme is being all over the place. That is what today's theme is. I really can't think of any theme for today other than being all over the place and doing just a bunch of little housekeeping things. We need better tools, which we're working towards slowly but surely. We're also just having to wait a while for this guy out here to get us some mending books. We want mending. Give us mending. Mending? No mending. Mending? No mending. Just fish. Who would have thought the fishing net would just be providing us fish? Like, what the heck? What the heck, man? Let's see what mending is going to cost us. Excuse me? Is someone's stomach upset? So mending, we have two options. The enchanter seems like the more reasonable option. Nether star, or just some lapis and an experience rod. Alright, I have a goal for today. We're going to get mending a different way, for now. There's better ways to get mending in the future, which we were trying for, but obviously failed. And what we can do here, fun fact, is we can do this, and this, and that will get us 14 blocks of coal coke, except for the fact that there is that slag output, which will congest us a little bit, but that's okay. So it'll still get us 7 at once, and then we can come by, clean it out, and get some more. So I should look at a couple of things that we should get. While we're waiting, we should get a alloy smelter. Well, yeah. I'm sighing because I didn't want to do this yet, but I guess we will. I guess we should just go ahead and jump in and do that. I had meant to grab... Why is this only working if it's in my hand? Did I forget to change that configuration option? I may have. Crud. I'm going to drop this off down here so that our next tool of whatever variety will have it readily available. And I do apologize, I'm all over the place right now. So, okay. Our plan is to make ourselves a basic alloy furnace. Alloy smelter. Smelter? Smelter. So this guy is from Ender.io, and Ender.io opens up a whole bunch of options for us, but the basic level here doesn't really do very fast performance, it just kind of functions at a very basic minimal level here. So this guy's going to require some of that stuff that we got. We need iron bars. Do I have iron bars? I don't. Okay, well we can craft a whole bunch of stuff, no problem. We want our grains of infinity. Those look familiar for some reason. Wink wink. We have a furnace, we should grab 2 more. There we go. Okay, so we want a bunch of sticks. I think I have a bunch of sticks. Need 8. And then I need a bucket. I don't know why I need a bucket. No part of this recipe, or no part of the recipes of this machine ever used liquids. Recipes just need to make sense for me. And then we just need the machine block. Geologically mechanical? Excuse me? Excuse me? That doesn't make sense either. These are not the right words. You're not using right words here. Okay, so we need that. And then this, and then this. Yes? Yes. Excellent. Now, alloys and enemies? That doesn't make sense either, but at least that one doesn't, like, have factual flaws in it. Okay, so, simple alloy smelter. I haven't used this yet, by the way. This is completely new to me. This whole... I mean, I've used Ender IO before. You guys know that. I've never used the simple alloy smelter before. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm going to work on the assumption here that the alloy smelter tiers do not change the alloy smelter recipes at all. And then watch as I'm proven wrong. But still, I digress. We're going to want a few things. We have a few things available to us in these recipes, which is neat, but there are better things to be had. Oh wow, there's a lot of dye recipes that I forgot about. And there's alloy recipes too, so cool, I won't need that alloy kiln anymore. We have this, which works. Enderium base is kind of a cheap cop-out recipe. Probably will remove it as soon as Mod Tweaker has Ender IO support again, because I don't like that recipe. Sorry, rant aside. We were talking about getting ourselves an enchanter. So we need an enchanter, which is dark steel, which is obsidian, silicone, and... oh, not silicone, obsidian, pulverized coal, or crushed coal, or coal powder. Okay, well... there is not really an easy way of getting that. So I've decided that instead of struggling with the alloy smelter right now, because it requires stuff that we don't have, I'm just going to go explore and see if I can find some dark steel. I already found a piece. If I just find 3 more pieces, then I've got what I need. So I'm just going to run around, see what I can find, and I'll be back later. So I forgot about this. This is that witch village that we found previously that I had completely forgotten about. So let's see what's up here. We gotta take out a couple of witches, no biggie. These used to be more daunting than they are now. They're definitely no struggle anymore. Let's see what we find. Alright, so we have some gold and an overgrowth seed. That's nice. Overgrowth seeds are pretty great. I threw together a slime sling too. I thought it would be an easy way of getting around. This is interesting. I didn't think this would be here. Don't know why it is, really. Odd. Our original world didn't have that. The first version didn't when we generated this thing. So, that's just interesting. So just some diamonds and another iron chest plate. Nice. We're actually doing okay on hours, though. Anything in here? An ender. Diamond horse armor. Schematic for the mace head. See, I'm not looking for the mace head. I'm looking for a hammerhead. Unfortunate. Oh well. I did get this chest, yes. Okay, good. I couldn't remember if I had gotten that one or not. Okay, well, never mind then. I guess that was not as eventful as I had hoped it would be. Definitely still not bad, though. A couple of diamonds and the ender. Ooh, this one has travel? Oh, that means so very much for us. I might have just wasted my time making a new sword. This is fun. I might start using this sword. This has what? Empowered 4? Holy crap. Yeah. I might just use an ender. And then use these picks. Because I forgot how great enders were. I haven't had one in like almost a year. So I'm failing to recall how freaking amazing they were. I forgot about that. Alright, well, back to it. I'm just going to kind of hop around until I've got a couple thousand flux on this, but not a lot. So I'm just gonna run around. Ooh, it's one of these things. Alright. I thought you guys might be interested to see this. So I am all the way the heck up on like Y128, so I'm at the old cloud level. I had to turn clouds off even because it was kind of obnoxious. And I found a village in this kind of roofed foresty area. So definitely kind of unexpected. Very cool nonetheless. Storage crates are nice. We'll use those a lot because those are nice for just having extra storage that you can bring with you. Otherwise, not really a lot going on yet, but we'll see as the loot is discovered. So just stay tuned, I guess. So I just found this thing in the middle of the ocean. Not middle, I mean, I'm right by a beach. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what it's meant to be. But I do know that I'm curious as to what is inside. Although it looks like it could just be nothing. Could very well just be nothing. Not actually sure. So I'm going to try to get a safe space in here that is free of water. There we go. Now we can see. Now I can play around and see what's in here. Looks like it's just meant to be some weird little monument thingy. That's weird. Okay, well, whatever. I was just curious. Interesting stuff, you know. Always discovering new things. Alright guys, so it's been a little while, but I've gotten a little bit of progress made. So first of all, I was able to find a couple pieces of dark steel in a village way over here somewhere. It's not actually showing up here. Odd. Still, maybe it is. Maybe I zoomed out too much. Still, it was somewhere over here. It was kind of... well, maybe I don't remember which direction it was. Still, regardless, did manage to find a couple pieces of dark steel in a blacksmith house thing. And then I also have been leaving the world loaded for a little while I sleep, and have gotten quite a bit of good stuff. As you can see, we have mending on a bow, which is awesome. We also have soulbound and multi-shot, but really mending is like my #1 thing that I am in the mood for right now. I've also picked up a couple of other tools and things along the way that had various enchantments that I've been recycling. So at this point we're doing really well on enchanted books as well. As you can see, a couple of good books here and there, looting one, and little random things here and there. So I am going to disenchant this bow. And I rearranged the ordering here just a little bit so that these would work out a little better. So that's going to get the mending still on there. So we want that off of there. Perfect. Now we're just left with a bow, and I don't need a bow, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. Let's see, how are these guys doing? We're doing really well on materials right now. That's awesome. So now I actually have some stuff that is worth enchanting, stuff that I'm interested in enchanting at least. So why don't we see what we can get on a couple of enchantments and see where we can go from here, because I've also got all the dark steel that I need to make ourselves a enchanter, so that if I do end up needing more, I can make them. So the enchanter is really cool. I'm not going to go into a great amount of detail as to how they work, but definitely worth noting that they are incredibly useful as far as being able to, you know, you can use Book and Quill and XP to create enchanted books, and basically here's the recipe list. It's pretty extensive. Quite a few recipes that you can throw in here for the various smelting things, or not smelting things, but enchanting things. So definitely a lot more reliable for getting exactly the enchantments you want, but of course still at the cost of experience and lapis. So I am going to switch over to the Tome of Knowledge, steal some XP out of it, and let's see what we can get on a couple of different things. Now let's start with the sword again. Sharpness 3, okay. Insight 3. Okay, that's a good start. That's a bad start. Really? Just insight? How about this guy? Unbreaking? Nah. Nah. It might be worth our investment to... I don't know. I don't know how worth it would be to do all this. Maybe what we can do, because insight isn't that bad, but I wanted fortune. How do we make fortune? Fortune wouldn't be the worst to make, I doubt. Yeah, it's just a couple of emeralds and some experience. Great. We can do that. We have plenty of emeralds, so we'll grab some emeralds. We'll need a book and quill, which means we'll need a feather and an ink sac. Easily done. See, this isn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. This is why I made the enchanter. So the enchanter will probably just end up putting here. Maybe. And I don't want all this experience on me, because to make a Fortune 3 book, I just need 27 levels. So, this gets us Fortune 3. So unbreaking and efficiency, I think I already have. We have unbreaking, efficiency. Somewhere's efficiency. I know I have it somewhere. I thought I had it somewhere. Maybe I'm thinking of sharpness. Weird. Thought I had a better efficiency enchantment somewhere. Well, I can make it, I guess? Let me double check. I know I have efficiency 1. Unbreaking, protection, fire aspect, sharpness. No, none of those are what I'm looking for. Odd. Well, I definitely would like efficiency. But don't know how I'm going to get that. Let me see something real quick. Double check and make sure that I haven't gotten any new enchanted books out here. Or anything of the like. We have Soulbound and Multi-Shot. I'm going to put the bow back, by the way. I don't really need it. Nope. Nothing new. Okay. I guess I can just make an efficiency book as well. This is the nice part. Now, I don't need very much. I just need efficiency like 4. So, 4 is 5, 2, 3, 25 levels. Okay. Yeah, that kind of hurts a little bit. That's a little bit of experience that I was hoping to have around, but I guess that's not the end of the world. Redstone doesn't cost anything, really. We have plenty of that. So, let's see. Efficiency 4 was 48 XP. Or 48 redstone, rather. Well, we're going to need another book and quill. I did forget about that. No problem, though. Let me just do it the quick way. So let's see. This will be 25 levels. And there we go. Efficiency. So this is going to get us a darn good pick. And I'm going to go ahead and make it. May as well. So we can start with efficiency, which is going to be 4 levels. And then, how much is mending going to cost? 3. Okay. I'm going to do it in an order that makes sure that I get everything that I want on here. That way, if I end up not having room for something, I'm not screwed. Because I don't want to end up getting in trouble for not having enough levels for something. Fortune, and then Unbreaking. So, Insight, Efficiency, Mending, Fortune 3, Unbreaking. I think that is a darn good pick. And we can go give it a try on something. I don't know what, though. Give me a little bit to find a deposit. That would be probably the best way to actually test it. Alright, this is what I was looking for. Here's a nice quartz deposit. This give me a lot of experience and will heal up this tool really well. So we're at 29.94. That's already helping a lot. Insight's going to be a great thing to have for this. I feel bad for the handpick. I know we made it and it was supposed to be particularly great for this, and it will be. We'll probably make a better handpick at some point so that we can get Fortune 4, essentially. But Oh man, or even Fortune 5, I think, if we did one of the tomes. That could be really cool. But yeah, so there you go. My pick's already fully healed now. That didn't take long, huh? So I'm just going to sit here and collect a bunch of experience just because. Why not? I might also at some point end up making an experience, not obelisk, what's the solidifier from actually additions. That way, all this extra XP I'm taking up can be stored somewhere permanent, and we don't have to worry about stuff just being lost. And it's particularly useful with fortune-based tools. So, I'm just gonna finish getting this. I'm kind of running low on experience anyways in my little book, so I want to kind of restash that if I can at all. Cool. So, did pretty well on my pick. I did damage it a little bit, but just got everything stored back up in here. We're doing really well on experience now, and our tool, or at least our main tool, the pick, is doing nice with having a great enchantment on it. So I think we're at a point where I can call it an episode. Next episode, I am 85 to 90% certain, unless I just happen to forget, that we are going to be working on better power generation. Right now, our power generation situation is okay, but you can really tell that it bottlenecks whenever you try to like do any of these guys. So I definitely think we're going to change these to require redstone. That'll help a little bit, but these guys take ages to fill up again, so it's kind of a sign of the times that I need better power generation. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Later.